The next match we are going to be talking about will be between Morocco, Scotland versus Morocco. And Scotland is already topping the group with 3 points. Morocco is second, 1 point. Brazil
third, and then Haiti is last. Scotland won Haiti on their first game. I think, I wouldn't say it was a shock, but what was a shock to me was how even the game was. It's not like Scotland dominated Haiti, and this is Haiti's first World Cup, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, this is our first World Cup.
I was actually shocked that, Haiti were able to hold their own against Scotland. Okay, yeah, Scotland won 1-0, but the goal was scored in the first half, but I expected a bit more from the Scottish team. Not that Scotland is a big European team in the sense, I expected them. They have more experienced players playing in the Premier League. A lot of their players are playing in the Premier League and England Championship. So, Haiti actually gave a good account of themselves, if I'm being honest. For Morocco, the game against Brazil, they came into the game. I was very impressed with how they started the game, how they seemed to just control the midfield. Casemiro and all those players in the Brazil midfield were kind of nullified. It was actually a shock when Vinicius equalized in that game against Morocco. I would say Morocco are favourites. I feel like Morocco would be...
To defeat Scotland?
Yes, I feel like Morocco with their performance against Brazil, they're going to come into this game as favourites.
They're
going to go at Scotland. I think, Morocco looking at the previous game between Scotland and Haiti, from Haiti's performance, they will actually, even because they will feel that they're better than Haiti. So we're seeing how Haiti performed against Scotland. I think it will give Morocco that edge against Scotland. And Scotland have already won one game. Scotland, last time they were in the World Cup it's been a while. They've missed like the last 2 or 3 World Cups. So I'm expecting Morocco to win. We've seen what Morocco did from the last World Cup, and a lot of their players that performed at that last World Cup are actually still in this team. They've gotten even some more younger players. Now the players who replaced the players from the last World Cup are even better than the ones that were at that World Cup. So I think Morocco are going to have the edge in that game. I don't even see Scotland scoring, to be honest.
To me, you see Scotland. I don't actually see Scotland still leaving this group. The only way Scotland will be leaving this group is like maybe one of the best third and other, and that's if they don't concede a lot of goal against Brazil. This Morocco, I see Morocco also defeating them in this game.
Yeah.
Well, Morocco may not score that much, but by the time they will play Brazil also, at the end of the day, even a lot of them will have 3 points there. And it's not all 3 points that will actually go through. You'll now start doing your goal differences and all these things. So I also see Morocco with what Morocco played in their last game against Brazil, because they overwhelmed the Brazilians. If they replicate that in this match against Scotland, they're definitely going to.
I see Scotland as like the party spoiler in the group, though, because I feel like before the group we would have seen Brazil and Morocco as the favorites to qualify. The fact that Brazil and Morocco have already drawn one game, you understand, that's potentially reduced the amount of points they can get. So Scotland are basically, let me not say party spoilers, let me say the king makers, because it's depending on how you're going to perform.
Against Scotland that is
going to determine your position.
Because this one they are saying they are cutting their points. What I just see is that instead of them getting 9 points each, that's the Brazil and Morocco, instead of them getting, worst case scenario, their point has now been cut down to 7 points.
Exactly.
So I mean that one can get 7 points and the one can get 4 points. To me, I don't see if Scotland is unable to defeat Morocco today, I don't think they were able to. The person that I think that can be the party spoiler or whatever is the 80 exactly. And to me, apart from, I think Morocco want to see that team as a pushover, whatever, because now Brazil and Morocco, I'm trying to say what will be working against Scotland right now, and that's why I say Scotland may not even qualify out of this group, even with their 3 points. We've seen that so many times in the World Cup and other tournaments. What the advantage they just had is that they just have the weakest. I mean, the team that is deemed to be the weakest in the group, they've defeated that team, and those teams that are now playing the bigger boys now, And this, unless they are able to draw Morocco, they might not go there because I don't see them. And Brazil...
To be honest, that could actually work in Scotland's favour in a way, knowing that they don't really have to win today. You know, I feel like Morocco is under more pressure to actually win today. Because Morocco, to be honest, that Brazil game, that was like people say, oh, they gained the points, but I think it was 2 points lost. Because from their performance in that game, there's no way Brazil should have, because Brazil were non-existent. Casemiro was terrible. Like their wing backs were not even participating. When Vinicius even scored, that goal came from nothing. It wasn't like, you know, Brazil had been playing some good football and then they actually scored. So I think going into this game, Scotland is going to be under less pressure.
What I think about that game?
Morocco just has to come out and do what they did against Brazil.
To me, I don't think that the Brazilian team actually really played badly per se. They didn't play like the way the normal Brazilian team will play. But to me, I believe that they play what they could play that day. Just that Morocco was just too much for them. That intensity, Morocco was just too intense for them. So that's what happened.
The midfield that we have now, Casemiro, Paqueta, Bruno Guimaraes, these are good players, but we can't say that they are
The only player that I saw that were trying in that game was this Vinicius and Rafinha. They were the one who were able to match that intensity in a way, but...
And the thing is, the battle is going to be in the midfield.
Yeah.
You understand? And I think like Scotland's midfield is underrated. You understand? Scotland's midfield is not going to let Morocco run over them the way Morocco ran over Brazil. Don't forget, the Brazil midfield is aging. It's either aging or their players are, you know, those are not their natural positions that they play in their club. So, like, to me, at a certain point, it looked like Morocco had more players on the field when they were playing against Brazil. But I think Scotland, they're a team that generally they've always been underdogs. So they actually know how to chase after the ball. They actually know how to have less possession on the ball. They're actually comfortable. You know, if Brazil are not on the ball, they look uncomfortable. You understand? But Scotland, they are comfortable being off the ball.
But you see the difference with this Morocco. Why I won't think it will be a weak point for the Morocco. You remember the Nations Cup?
Yeah.
There was a kind of game that the Moroccans were playing. There's a way they know how to handle the midfield that if they don't want the ball to touch you, I don't know if they can actually replicate what they did that time. It seems that's what they did with Brazil. There's a way, but though they weren't able to do it efficiently like back then. But it's like the match they played before they played against Nigeria in that Nations Cup. I don't know one team like that. There was a way was it South Africa or something? Those guys they couldn't even hold the ball. So if they play like that, I believe their midfield is more.
I just believe that Scotland have some underrated players that will not make it. It's not going to be as easy as we think.
It won't be. Definitely won't be as easy. And I used to have this thing about all these Northern African teams. It's like they play well in the African continent, but when they go out. There's a way they just play ball. Exactly. But it seems Morocco has outgrown that. And it happened that last World Cup.
And then another thing I'll say about Morocco is like they seem to be able to draft the next generation.
Yeah.
Don't forget Brahim Diaz, the Real Madrid player. He was someone who was playing for Spain or was scheduled to play for Spain. And then after that last World Cup, he has now joined the Moroccan team. There are a lot of younger players, so it's not like they're just relying on the players who got them through that last World Cup. They've actually gotten more players to join with the ones, even some of the starters from the last World Cup that they did well. Some of those people are now even sitting on the bench. So there are younger players that they've brought in. It's not like they're relying on the older players. They seem to be able to draft that next generation to blend in with the Hakimis, the Amrabat. Do you understand?
And I would say it's working well so far.
Yes, it's definitely working well for them. So for this Morocco-Scotland game, what's your prediction?
2-0 for Morocco. Morocco is definitely going to beat them. Maybe the score, but Morocco is definitely going to beat them.
My prediction will be much closer. I would say 1-0. I expect a goal to come in the second half. I expect Scotland to be very dogged in the first half and play very defensive. They'll give Morocco a lot of the ball, but they won't give Morocco a lot of the ball in dangerous places. And then I think by the second half, they'll tire out, and Morocco will,
we seize that opportunity.
Yes, exactly. The pressure to get their first 3 points of the group will actually overpower Scotland's resilience.
And if they get that 3 points, they are gone.
Exactly. So please let us know in the comments what your own predictions are for this game. Don't forget to like our videos, subscribe to our channel, share our videos on as many platforms as you wish. And also don't forget to watch our next video.
Yeah, subscription is free.